Assalamu alaikum. Today we discuss about can I rent my apartment in Airbnb? Can I Airbnb my apartment? Millions of hosts earn extra cash by listing their space on Airbnb. We walk through the steps to rent out your apartment in Airbnb. Get answer to your question about listing your Airbnb apartment. If you are wondering whether you can Airbnb your apartment, you might be familiar with benefits of housing. By listing your short-term rental, you can provide travelers with the best amenities, price, and location while bringing in extra cash. Setting intriguing, right? Whether you want to rent out a room and unoccupy your house, a paid tier Airbnb allow you all kind of listening. With so many offering, you might just be able to Airbnb your apartment as long as your property manager is not bored. Ensure if your apartment is right fit for Airbnb. Keep regarding to learn everything you need to know about renting your out your space. What is Airbnb? Airbnb is an online marketplace to homestay vacations rental all around the world. Its story began in 2007 when the company's founder rented out their space of handful of tourists. Since then, Airbnb has become a go-to platform for global travel. Guests count on Airbnb to provide a safe and authentic local experience. In addition, more than 4 million hosts offer unique stays on the platform, earning an average of $9,600 each year. If you are looking to make some extra cash, continue reading to learn if you can Airbnb your apartment. Can I rent my apartment on Airbnb? Interested in joining to global network to Airbnb host? You will first need to know whether your apartment is eligible. Here are the guidelines for short-term apartment rental. How to rent your apartment on Airbnb? Check out local zoning laws, read the fine print on your lease, talk to your property manager, pay attention to extra fees. Check out local zoning laws. If you are thinking of listing your space, you might wonder it's legal to rent out an apartment on Airbnb. The short answer is that it depends on the location. Local zoning ordinances determine how land and property in designated region can be used, including rules regarding construction business and short-term rental of around 30 or fewer days. For example, Denver asks short-term rental hosts to obtain a license. In New York City, Airbnb has this shared information about host and listing with the city of government. Meanwhile, hosts renting on their apartment in Los Angeles need to gain written approval from the property manager, share their data with the city, impose limit on stay per year, and follow these other procedures. To figure out whether you can Airbnb or rental in your area, take a look at your city regulation. You will be able to confirm your eligibility and learn the additional criteria of Airbnb host in your region. Keep in mind that these laws change all the time, so make sure you are staying updated on that latest rules. Take a look at your lease. Even if your local zoning laws permit short-term rentals under certain conditions, you still need to check your lease. The fine print might refer to short-term accommodations as sublets. To keep that language in mind as you are reading. Some leases might be prohibit short-term rentals altogether, even considering them as ground for eviction. The vastly different policies between property and manager make it all and more important to review your lease agreement before renting out your apartment. Talk to your property manager. While your lease might permit short-term accommodation, it is essential to gain your property manager explicit approval. One way to make this step easier is to establish a good relationship with them. From there, you can ask your property manager about the possibility of renting out your apartment in Airbnb. Offering a companies might make them more likely approve the plan. For example, you can agree to increase your security deposit or rent so that both parties can benefit from the listening. If your property manager say no, you definitely should not rent out your apartment in Airbnb. Pay attention to and pay the fees. Figuring out whether you can Airbnb your apartment requires you to keep your money in mind. In addition to the fees you are already paying for your place, you will need to keep track of the extra taxes and costs that can come with short-term rentals. Depending on your area, you may need to collect local tax or valued added tax from guests. You will also have to account for service fees, either by splitting the cost with your guests or cover it on your own. How to Airbnb your apartment? Now that you are determining whether you can rent out your apartment, it's time to list your Airbnb sublet. To help you through a process, you have put together the 9 steps of Airbnb your apartment. How to Airbnb your apartment? Create an account, add property details, take a quality photos, describe your amenities, name your Airbnb, set guest expectations, choose booking specifications, name your price, screen your guest. First, I create an account. Starting your hosting journey is simple. All you have to do visit the Airbnb website and navigate to become a host. From there, find the get started button to sign in to your account. If you don't already have an account, you will have to make one. Once you're logged in, the site will promote your promote you to create a listing. To begin your simply type in the address of your Airbnb sublet, follow the remaining steps below. To add property details, creating a listing on Airbnb begins with some basic questions. In addition to identifying your place as an apartment, you will have to add the following important details about your Airbnb sublet: property type, whether guests will have entire place, a private room or a shared room, how many guests can stay at a time, how many bedrooms, bathrooms and guests can access, exact address to your place and its pinpoint location on a map, basic amenities and common area available for guests. Sharing the details will help guests figure out whether your place is right fit to them. Later, take some quality photos. Capturing high quality picture for your listening in the key of attracting guests. In fact, hosts who use professional photography earn 40% more than the others nearby. If you would rather not hire photographer, there are still ways to secure a good first impression.